Hola, hola, it's your girl ERIKA from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, as is, there is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome, and I am here to remind you. I'm a confidence coach, and I'm a bold stand for confidence, and I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Hello, my gorgeous friend. Welcome to the podcast. I'm in my car today, as you can probably hear. No shame in my game. I needed to share this podcast with you today because I just came back from yoga. And if you are new to the podcast, then you don't know what that means. If you've been here for a little while, you know that I be getting my yoga wisdom when I'm on that mat. And it's kind of my meditation. And I went to yoga the other week, and the lady said to me that it actually means moving meditation, like meditation in motion. That's what yoga actually means. And I'm like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. Because as you probably gather, I am not a meditation person. I am really hype and busy, and I love a moving meditation. So like when I'm driving, I'm meditating. I don't really do the dishes, let's not lie. But when I do the dishes, I'm meditating, right? So I've been going to yoga again. Here in Australia, everything is starting to open up and things are starting to come back. And I'm like, I need to go back to yoga. I've really missed it. And my mom is here. Now, if you've been watching on social media and you've been listening to the podcast, I had her on the podcast. We're on stories, doing reels together. It's really cute. But the reality is it is a complicated relationship. And we booked her a flight to come to Australia for 2 months. So 60 days. Because I think the max that a visitor from overseas can come to Australia is 90 days. And before COVID, she used to come here like once or twice a year. And we have a tiny house. Okay, we are buying a house this year. It's one of the many amazing things we're doing this year. And we have a tiny house, okay? 2 kids. My husband's a Cancer, meaning he loves his space. He loves his own, little crab shell. And we're busy. Like, I don't want to say I'm busy because that's not the right term, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in our world. I drive to the office. I'm back home. Kids are at swimming. It's wild, right? They're both in school. There's so much shit happening. And I can't take 2 months off of my business and my goals and my life and my plans. I'm not going to do that. So it's hard because she's in the house. She's bored. When you're living with someone extra in your home, a parent or a sibling, they have their ways, you have your ways. So it's been challenging for the both of us. So I've been going to yoga because I'm like, my mind, my nervous system is like, it's like I'm on. It's like tight and arched 24/7. And I can feel my nervous system. And I was driving the other day by myself. No, sorry, I was with everyone in the car. But to myself, I was like, this isn't good for me. This stress, this energy, this onness, this tightness, internal tightness. My mind is understanding and doing the work, but my body is holding on. I don't know if you've ever felt like that, but it's energetically and physically and mentally exhausting. So I've just been feeling all my feels. I'm about to bleed. There's all this kind of shit happening. And it's the biggest month of my business and of my life. There's just so much good stuff happening. And then we have this challenge, So I'm sharing this with you because I was driving and I said to myself, this isn't good for me. And what I meant by that was putting myself in the position I did wasn't good for me. Booking my mom for 60 days in my tiny house when we haven't seen each other in almost 3 years. And there are certain things she does and certain things I do, I'm sure, that piss her off. And it's challenging. And our life is a full-on life. And there's a lot going on. And then I do that. And I noticed myself. I was like, if ERIKA loved herself, who the hell decided this was a good idea for ERIKA? It was like I stepped out of myself and I watched myself and I, as a best friend, and went, my love, that's not good for you. This isn't good for you, honey. This isn't good for your mental health. I don't think this is a good idea for you. Like if I was a friend watching myself, caring for myself. And let me tell you, first of all, high five to me, because that was a big moment. I can't remember when I've ever analyzed something I did to myself and gave myself coaching and feedback on it in a loving, kind way. That direct. If you don't talk to yourself, who are you even, right? I'm saying talk to yourself in a good way, not just in a negative way, like you're fat, you're ugly, you don't look good, who cares what you have to say? Because we do talk to ourselves, and I'm like, what is the dialogue? How are you talking to yourself? So I felt like, first of all, awareness, high five, that was kind as hell, and it was true. And then I started going, yeah, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, what part of me booked a 60-day flight in a tiny ass house when there's so much going on in my life? And what part of me booked that for her? She's not happy 60 days here either, by the way. So it's not just me. She's like bored. She has her life. She has her friends. She has her church. You know, she goes to church. She does her thing. She's got her community. She walks around. She does what she wants to do. And now she's in Australia in my house most of the time, or coming with me to work. You know, I've taken her a few places, and we're going to go away for her birthday. But it's not like a 60-day holiday or vacation for any of us. So anyway, the point of this podcast is, are you doing the things that are good for you? Like, are you doing things for you? The things that make you feel good. Are you doing things that make you feel good? And I wanted to share that story because no, I did not do something for me. That wasn't good for me. And when I broke it down, it wasn't good for my mom either. So anyway, long story short, we booked her a flight 2 weeks earlier. So we've changed my mom's flight. So she's leaving 2 weeks earlier. And everybody's happy about it in a positive way. And look at the power of doing the work on yourself. We came to that conclusion in a respectful, powerful, brave boundary style discussion. Brave boundaries. That is another podcast coming at your face. It was brave because we both decided we were going to talk about it, and we were respectful to each other. And it was honest. Like, yo, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm tired of this shit. I'm bored, said my mom. And I'm like, yo, you're driving me crazy. I also want you to go. So let's do this. We're going to have your birthday. Then you're going to go back home. My husband, everybody's like, I love my mom. We love her. She loves us. We know this. But it's not a good idea for her to be stuck in my house for 2 months. So who booked that? What part of me? What part of me stopped doing yoga? What part of me stopped moving my body and decided to stay stuck on a fucking laptop? What part of me is glued to my phone and missing out on getting outside into nature and having a break? What part of me didn't book my holiday or my vacation? What part of you is eating shitty food that you know makes you feel bad? You know gluten hurts you. Why are you eating it? Or dairy. You know alcohol is not going to make you feel good in the morning, and you're not going to be able to sleep, and you're going to wake up at 2 a.m. hot as fuck. Is it just me? If you drink alcohol, you wake up at 2 a.m. dry, fucking chalky, hot as hell, can't sleep. Got the runs. I don't drink alcohol anymore, y'all. I got to talk about that later as well. Like, what part of you are you doing the things that make you feel good? Or are you like, no, ERIKA, you don't understand. I'm a mom. I'm so busy. No one helps me. I got to clean. I got to cook. At work, they need me. You don't understand. I'm so busy. There's so much going on. I do understand. And I want to ask you, why did you stop doing the things that made you feel good? It's very fucking simple. Things that you do make you feel good. You do them, you feel good. You stop doing them, you feel like shit. Then you're like, oh my God, I don't know why I feel so terrible. Ask yourself, have I stopped doing the things that make me feel good? And then answer the question. I guarantee you, boo, it's going to be a hell yes. It's going to be a hard yes. Oh my God, I stopped journaling. Oh shit, I stopped walking. Oh shit, I stopped, yoga. Oh yeah, actually, I stopped this. I stopped my eating well. I stopped moving my body. I stopped having conversations with my partner. I stopped breathing and meditating, whatever. I guarantee you, if you feel like shit right now, you have stopped doing something that actually makes you feel good. Go do it again. It's not hard math, yo. It's like, don't make it hard. Oh no, my life is ruined. I'm fucked up. I'm going backwards. That's so much drama. That's not true. It's dramatic. Just go back. Sherlock Holmes, I always say this, Sherlock Holmes that shit. Investigate, what was I doing that made me feel good? What were we doing in our marriage that made us good? We were talking, we were having sex once a week or once a day maybe, right? We were going on date night every Friday. We were having our monthly meeting or weekly meeting. We were listening to each other. And now you're not doing that. So the relationship is struggling. I was setting boundaries at work. I was leaving on time. I was leaving my laptop at work. I was leaving work at work. I was present with my kids at home. And now you're not doing that. And you feel overwhelmed and you feel anxious and you feel stressed out. I was moving my body. I was eating well. I was feeling really energized and really good. It's a simple formula. And I know that you know the things that make you feel good. Don't tell yourself, I don't know what makes me feel good. Please don't play that shit with me. You know. Close your damn eyes unless you're driving like me. What makes me feel good? What do I need right now? What do I need right now? What do I need? What does my body need? What does my mind need? What does my heart, my soul, my spirit need right now? You might hear you need a nap. You need to set boundaries with your mother. You need to go on a vacation by your fucking self. You need to meditate. You need to make a list. You need to breathe. You need to put your phone down. You need to close your laptop, whatever. What do I need right now? If you're not asking yourself that question, you're not going to know what's going on. And then you're going to believe the lies and the story that you are too busy, too overwhelmed, that you're not good, that you don't know what to do, that you're a hot mess, that everything's fucked up, that, oh my God, drama for your mama, and this big show in your head. And it's horrible, and it's, oh, no. And you're going backwards? No. Chill. That's not true. None of that's true. What happened is you stopped doing the shit that made you feel good. And I'm like, why? What happened? What got in the way? And you know what? Who cares? How about that? Who cares about why? How about what makes you feel good? Go to your calendar and block some time to do that. Religiously book it in. I got yoga, and I know that I have to book it on an app. And I know there's a yoga teacher that's going to be like ERIKA Kramer at the roster, looking at the clock, like, where's this bitch at? And that alone makes me move. Makes me get up at 5:45. I don't like getting up early sometimes because kids don't sleep and it's a hot mess. I don't care. When I get up, I know I'm energized. You know what happens? People ask me every fucking day, why do you have so much energy? How are you so happy? I love listening to your podcast. Damn, you put me on fire. You got fire in my ass cheeks. Like, cause I'd be like, fuego in the butt cheeks. Cause that's what I say I do, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm on fire. I'm excited. How are you so happy? How are you in so much joy? It's because I do things that I love. I love my life. I love my husband. I love the work I do. I love my schedule. I designed my life. I created this fucking woman, ERIKA Kramer, that you see here. You know what I'm saying? If we don't spend the time to actually look at, are we designing our lives? Are we doing things that we fucking enjoy? And maybe you work in a place that you got to work at because money is good and you're not really in love with that place. But can you love it a little bit more? Can you set some boundaries? Can you leave work at the time you need to leave? Can you walk? Maybe you need to walk. Maybe you need to breathe. Maybe you need to take up some meditation, do some yoga. Maybe you need to have some conversations with people. Maybe you need to cut some relationships. And that's the shit that's going to make you feel good. Maybe you need to turn off the fucking Kardashians and Love Island and all that bullshit ass reality TV that you be watching. Telling yourself you're doing the work and then watching reality TV. Stop it. That shit is bad for your damn health. You know it's bad for you. No, I'm just switching off. Maybe you need to stop scrolling. Maybe you need to be more present when you eat your food. I don't know. But I'm just riffing off a few things that might make your life feel a little bit better, right? Like, have a think. Like, what is it that I used to do that made me feel good? And why am I not doing that anymore? What can I do today what can I do today? At the fucking red light, take 5 breaths. Turn off the music and don't drive with music. Don't call anybody when you're driving. Drive to silence. Roll the windows down. Listen to the air. I don't know what it is for you, but here's what I know. There are things that make us feel good, and when we stop doing them, we don't feel good anymore. It's as simple as that. And I'm inviting you in this episode to do things that make you feel good. Do something that makes you feel good. Be selfish. That's not selfish, by the way. It's selfless. Because when you feel good, everything you touch benefits. Your kids benefit, your relationship benefits, your business and your clients benefit, your coworkers or the place you work or your neighbor Or the person that's driving next to you, when you're in a great mood, they benefit too. Because you ain't cussing them out. The red light. Motherfucker. You know? I'm telling you, it is selfless. Do what makes you feel good. What makes you feel good? Can you go do it? And stop telling yourself you don't have the time to do it. You could do one thing. You could get your ass up earlier. And sometimes I only get 5 hours of sleep. So it's not like I have all this energy because I sleep 10 hours. Girl, no. Nope. I co-sleep. My kids are in my bed. My kids are 4 and 6 and they're in my bed. We have a big ass extra king bed. And they sleep with us. So I get elbowed in the face. I put my kids to bed every night. I take 45 minutes because my kids don't want to sleep without us. And they need to learn, but that's what I do every night. We put them to bed. So trust me when I tell you, I understand. I understand that it's like time is hard and we don't have enough time and blah, blah, blah. I get it. I totally get it. But if we don't make the time, we're always going to have the excuse that we don't have the time or that we can't do that. And I'm like, at what cost? At what cost are you staying back at work, never closing your laptop, always on your damn phone? At what cost? Like your mental health, your joy, your happiness, your energy? Like, no. That's martyrdom to the extreme. Don't do that shit. And if you've been doing it, this is my invitation and permission for you to stop right now. Stop right now. Have a look at what you need to do that you stop doing and commit, even if it's once a week. Even if it's 15 minutes of reading a week. You're like, that's not going to do nothing. Trust me, 15 minutes of reading per week, you will finish that damn book instead of you saying, I got to read that book, I got to read that book, I got to read that book, and procrastinating or whatever it's called, procrastinating and telling yourself and then beating yourself up because you still didn't do it. Just pick it up, 15 minutes, close it. See you next week. See you tomorrow. Again, you do little bits of shit that makes you feel good. It impacts everything. So, loving bitch slap reminder. Go do one thing that you stop doing that you know makes you feel good. I need to dance. That's mine. I'm going to out myself. I need to dance. I need to samba or Afro beats or salsa or merengue. I need to go to a dance class, not to become a dance instructor, not to sell dance instructor classes, not to make it into a fucking business, not to be the best and get an award, just to do it for joy and happiness. That's it. For joy and happiness. Some of us are like, that's a waste of time. No, it's not. You can't always be hustling and working and doing things for others and you're fucking empty. Your cup is empty, dry as fuck. Like, put some droplets in there once a week. Fill a little bit up. Because the reality is, if you're resentful to your kids or your husband or your family or work or your coworkers, you've been giving too much and you have not been giving yourself enough. Okay? I love you. Go do something that makes you feel good. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate your ears, your time, your energy, and your attention. Please do me a favor and head over to Apple iTunes, subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. Share this episode with a sister who you know needs to hear it. And if you feel called to, leave me a review. I'd love to know what you think about the podcast. I'd love to know how this information is helping you change your world. Thank you so much for being here. I know that there are many podcasts you could listen to, and I really appreciate you listening to mine. Have a gorgeous week, honey.